Well, joining me in the studio to talk more about past and present life on Earth is the director of Berlin's Natural History Museum, Johannes Vogel. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, there are some unpleasant surprises lying dormant in the ice, like that giant virus that we saw in that report, that virus that's infectious after 30,000 years. Should we be worrying?
No, I don't think you have to worry. Look, the ice and the permafrost is an archive of life. It tells us a story about how we became the humans we are now, and it's really exciting to explore that. It's exciting to look at Ötzi and see what humans were and how they dealt with the environment, with each other at that time. So there's lots to discover, and I think that is what we have to cherish and celebrate.
Okay, well, considering that then, what do these exciting finds tell us about life on Earth and how life has evolved?
Well, for example, not long ago, they found a small plant that they could recreate again after 12,000 years in the ice. And they could look how the sex life of that plant has changed over that time. And all of these are adaptive evolutionary processes that change when the environment changes. And I think one of the key things we all have to remember is we think that life is static and that what we experience is static, but this all tells us there's a vast dynamic system going on, and we are part of this system. And that, I think, is really valuable for us to remember and to think about.
All right, what about using cloning to resurrect species that have long been extinct? Is this possible? And of course, there are some ethical questions involved as well.
There are some ethical questions indeed, especially when you go close to humans, but I think it's more a technical and scientific challenge, and I think that is what drives all of this research. They want to recreate life of the past. And yes, you can get to the DNA and you may be able to find a suitable cell or a suitable donor to give life to this DNA. But that's not all about it, because you need to create an environment, you need to create companionship. As you know, mammoth is male and female, so at least you need to have two, and so on and so forth. So there are lots and lots of exciting questions. It's scientifically exciting. I think as a scientist, I would say, yes, go for it. As an environmentalist, I would say, let's worry about the species that are on Earth presently with us, because they are in peril, and I think that is more important to us than recreate life of the past.
All right. Now, we know that not only ice contains fantastically exciting species, but natural history museums also are a great source of information. How many specimens do you have at the Berlin History Museum?
We have 30 million specimens. That is about 1% of all natural history collections on Earth. Mm-hmm. And we have also the function of being an archive for scientific discovery. And our collections of cave bears or cave lions, they yield DNA that can be studied and used today. And if you want to create a tree of life, if you want to see how organisms are connected with each other, there's no better place than to come and study that in a natural history museum, especially in Berlin.
All right, well, we'll definitely have to make a trip there, but we thank you for now, Johannes Vogel.
Thank you.